day for Virginia high school sports when state champions are crowned and sports history and futures are made. It's the Virginia High School League State Football Championship. You can watch exclusive coverage of the AAA Division 5 and 6 state championships Saturday, December 10th, and there's only one place to catch it.
When choosing HD, Cox makes the decision easy. While other companies flood you with empty promises, Cox gives you the best HD channels for no additional programming charge, leaving you in the clear with no strings attached. Plus, our advanced hybrid fiber optic network delivers a crystal clear HD picture without needing an ugly dish or worrying about signal loss from trees, buildings, or rain. The choice is clear. HD from Cox.
Doug, nice job. Now that we have Cox Business Internet, we have business-grade service powering us.
Yeah. Well, how about I get a business-grade raise?
No.
All right. Well, it's also got security suite. Maybe you could give me like an office suite?
No.
Okay. It also has online backup. Maybe you could give me some monkey minions to be my backup.
Monkey minions?
Yeah, get back to me on that.
More features to protect your data. Cox Business Internet.
It's the day for Virginia high school sports when state champions are crowned and sports history and futures are made. It's the Virginia High School League State Football Championship.
Welcome to Scott Stadium in Charlottesville, Virginia. We're on the campus of the University of Virginia for the second half of our doubleheader on Championship Saturday in the Virginia High School League. Hi, everybody. John Castleberry along with former All-Pro wide receiver Sonny Randall from the NFL. And Sonny, we've already crowned one champ today in the Division 5 play. It was Phoebus winning for our fourth straight year over South County, 20-10. And now it's time for Division 6 play. And I think we've got a great matchup. Two 13-1 ball clubs. Centreville from the Northern Region taking on Eastern Region champ Oscar Smith.
And what did I tell you in the first game, John? Area code 757 had a game there. They got it done. 757 in this game as well.
Well, Oscar Smith, outstanding team. They won this thing back in the 2008 season. They got here with an impressive win over last year's state champ, Battlefield. And Oscar Smith puts a lot of points on the board, usually offensively, but here the defense able to get it done as Riddick, the big defensive lineman, goes, and then you see them go to work through the air. Watch that guy, Zach Jones. He's going to get a lot of things done today. Then a little bit more defense. And again, they dominated the defending state champs from Battlefield, winning and going away, really. Now, on the other side of the coin, you got a Centreville Wildcat ball club that won it back in 2000. They're very defensive-minded, and they're very hungry. They won a hard-fought 10-9 matchup last week over Hermitage from the Central Region. You can see they really can't hit. That was the only touchdown they scored all day, but it was enough. So we've got contrasting styles here. A lot of offense from one team, a lot of defense out of the other. Let's go down to Jake James. He's got more in today's matchup.
Yeah, guys, you got some dynamic playmakers on the field today, and let's go ahead and start with Oscar Smith. Their quarterback, Jalen Williamson, over 2,500 yards passing. And in the last 6 games, 16 touchdowns, only 1 interception. He's going to be a very big part of this game today. And then you flip sides to the Centreville Wildcats guys, and it's all about Manny Smith, low center of gravity running back who's got 20 touchdowns so far on the season. Powerful runner. Watch these guys today as we try to decide this Division 6 championship.
Perfect weather conditions for this Division 6 state championship game. Stay with us. Oscar Smith taking on Centreville right after this timeout.
Mom, good savings for my college.
It's important.
And tuition keeps rising. Do me a favor and go to Virginia529.com and check out the Virginia Prepaid Education Program. It helps you say no for tomorrow's tuition. The benefits can be used anywhere. Don't wait. Enrollment ends soon. Seriously. You can thank me later.
No, it's not easy to save for 3 grown boys.
Not just 3 boys.
Triple.
3 cheeseburgers with fries, 3 football uniforms.
No, boys. Come on. Guys, just stay current. Everybody get a chance to leave that.
In college. Education.
We showed them Mitchell's online tools that come free with their Wells Fargo checking account to help them manage their expenses and save automatically. I'm free.
There you see the fourth purpose.
Wells Fargo, with you when expenses come in threes.
National studies show that students who participate in activities like music, sports, and drama not only have better grades and attendance, but they develop the character to handle adversity, the grace to accept defeat, and the self-confidence to start over. Take part. Get set for life.
The AAA Football Championships are brought to you by VHSL, the Virginia High School League, since 1913, building better citizens through student activities. Virginia 529, proud sponsor of VHSL, providing flexible, affordable, tax-advantaged college savings. Check out the Virginia Prepaid Education Program at Virginia529.com. And Cox Communications, supporting youth and education initiatives in our communities because we live here too. Cox, your friend in the digital age.
An enthusiastic crowd on hand at Scott Stadium in Charlottesville. We're about to kick things off in the Division 6 state championship game in the AAA group. Centreville and Oscar Smith, both teams 13-1. Let's go down to the field right now. Jay James is standing by. Jay, what's up?
Hey, thanks, John. It's an electric atmosphere down here. We got great conditions. 2 very good coaches, too. Rich Morgan for Oscar Smith at 114-12. He said this week, hey, we're not just here to be here, guys. Our plan from the beginning of the season after losing to Gilman was to get to the championship and not only get there and win it, coming in with an edge for him. And then for Chris Haddock, he's going to depend on that running game today. Centreville, guys, averages 204 yards a game on the ground, and they're going to want to control that clock against Oscar Smith today.
All right, Jay, thanks. Centreville will kick off. Oscar Smith in the white yellow with the blue numerals. Okay, we probably figuring who's who are with these white colors out here.
You think they got batteries in those uniforms?
Temperature in the mid to low 40 range. Very little wind, if any. And we are underway. And that's all in the end zone. Now they're going to run it out. And boy, a big break for Centreville early on. Probably not the best decision made as Jeff Woods tried to run that ball out. And Centreville sends them back deep. They've got it first and 10. Oscar Smith goes from their own 6-yard line.
Your brain tends to lock up down there when you're real close to the end zone and you kind of fumble the ball.
You know, I think he thought that ball was probably going to go into the end zone, but it had a little backspin on it.
It did.
And
like one of your 9-irons.
Exactly, right at that flagstick. There's J.J. Williamson.
He can play.
Pretty good numbers. Over 2,500 yards and 32 touchdown passes this season. He'll operate from the shotgun. He sends Zach Jones in motion, and now that's going to be a safety for Centreville. So a bad situation gets worse immediately for Oscar Smith. I don't think he saw that ball come back.
He really didn't. I don't think he did.
Let's take a look at that and see what happened in the misconnection from Keelan Jeanette to center. And Williamson, I don't think he had a chance.
He wasn't even close to him. Well, we're right by the side.
So a quick 2-0 hole for Oscar Smith, and Centreville will get the ball.
As you said, John,
Not the way you want to start the game. Absolutely not. If you take a look at this Oscar Smith ball club, they lost their opening game to Gilman out of Maryland. It was one of those made-for-TV ESPN matchups for high school.
Gilman's just like one of those prep schools, 14 and one of those teams.
They lost pretty badly. It was a 51-27 loss. They've won 13 straight since, so they're going to kick it off in the 20. Most teams punch this ball, but Oscar Smith is going to kick it off the tee. End over end, taken around the 32-yard line. Running room to the right for Chase Walter. And he's all the way inside the 40-yard line of Oscar Smith, so a test early for the Tiger defense.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, the Centreville fans are here in force. Holy mackerel. I mean, they are jacked up here this evening.
Mitch Barrett, the signal caller for the Centreville Wildcats. He's a senior.
Pretty good numbers.
One wide receiver set to the right. Not much happening there. It's Connor Coward, who does a lot for this football team, going to lose a little bit on that first place in scrimmage. The big offensive line, Brendan Willis, Blitzity, Smith, Choi, and Hillian. Manny Smith, who we talked about in the open, Coward, who does a little bit of everything, Brett Fight, Walter, and Ekanum. Watch out for Ken Ekanum. Maybe one of the best players in the state.
Might be in the country.
A tight end and a defensive lineman. Pass thrown out in the flat to Walter. Walter fighting to the 30. He'll be a couple of yards short of the first down. Zach Jones comes up to make the stop. Let's take a look at this Oscar Smith defense. Kenai Anderson, Brandon Riddick, watch him. Jaleel Shelton and Darren Flowers. Stallings, Phillips, and Vaughn of the linebacking corps. Jones, Townsend, Saquon Gooding, and Jeff Wood from the secondary for the Oscar Smith Tigers. It's third down, and it's called a 3. Two receivers set left. Smith struggles, but he'll be short.
Not really a whole lot there.
Kenai Anderson, one of the tacklers. Also in there with Team Stallings. Let's see what they do on 4th and short.
Too far for a field goal.
And not enough room to punt, really. And this, think about it. They're playing with house money here.
Oh, yeah.
They've already got a 2-0 lead, and they're working to take out the football.
House money.
They'll go for it on 4th and short. And they're not going to get it. Trey Phillips, the linebacker, came up to put the hit on Manny Smith. So Oscar Smith's defense does a good job there. They'll take over on down.
They had a couple of guys disrupt the entire offensive line there before the play ever started.
So Centreville failed to take advantage of outstanding field position after the safety. Let's take a look at the Oscar Smith offense, which we didn't have much of a chance to do before. That's the first place in scrimmage with the bad snap. We did get a look at Williamson's offensive number, or at least his passing stats. Again, he works in the shotgun. This is Zach Jones on the end around. He'll get about 4 on first down. He's brought down Mark Benny. Oliver, Billups, Jeanette, Harris, and Shelton make up that offensive line for Oscar Smith. Then Coleman, who's headed to Virginia Tech. Zach Jones, talented player, just a junior. Gooding, who's going to Western Michigan. Jeff Woods and Melvin Vaughn, the tight end. Second down and 6. Two receivers left, one to the right.
A little movement. Might be a little anxious.
It is illegal procedure against Oscar Smith. So it'll be second down 11 as we take a look at the Centreville defensive line. It's Canham, Howell, Whitney, and Sepulveda. Walker, Sikora, Vlicides, and Fight. Then Coward, Benet, and Martin. So it's second down and 11. Two receivers set to both sides. Coleman goes in motion. Williamson pass. That's Jones. Jones, good yardage, close to a first down. Zach Jones, just a junior, perhaps the most explosive player on the field. In fact, he's the younger brother of Perry Jones, who's in the midst of an outstanding career at the University of Virginia right now.
Little slip screen. Comes underneath. Gets excellent block. Hey, what? The gas he's got, he can make some things happen.
And it is a first down for the Tigers. Coleman wrapped up. He'll lose 2 or 3. Christian Marty wrapped him up, wouldn't let him go, and then he got some help.
Nothing there but a headache.
Canham also in on that stop. We'll talk a lot about him today. Kenny Canham. One of the most sought-after players, not just in Virginia, but in the whole country. Three receivers right, one to the left. This time they run the screen.
They're waiting for it this time.
Not much happening there. Saquon Gooding got back the yard or 2 they lost on a previous play. It'll be third down and let's call it 9. 7:30 to go in our first quarter. 2-0 the score. Centreville on top. They got a safety on the first play from scrimmage. Oscar Smith snapped the ball out of the end zone. Very unusual beginning to this football game. Williamson chased out, fires right side. He's got his man. First down and then some. The hookup that time to Jeff Wood. His 22nd reception this season. Tell you what, son, I want you to watch this quarterback, Williamson. He's not the prettiest mechanically
to look at.
You know, he's not a aesthetically pleasing quarterback. He's going to Hampton to play next year, Hampton University.
I know one thing, you don't want to flush him.
He can move. First and 10. And they're trying to get Jones out to the left, and it's broken up and nearly intercepted. Connor Coward had his hands on it. He was all over the intended receiver, Zach Jones.
Should have been picked off. Or certainly had a chance to pick it off.
He had it until he hit the ground. Second and 10 with exactly 7 minutes to go in our opening period. Oscar Smith sends Vaughn out to the right. 2 receivers left. 2 backs alongside the quarterback, Williamson. Coleman has it. Coleman gets hit around the 40. He'll pick up just a couple. Sikora on the stop. Also Sepulveda. So third down and 7.
John, you're running back into the boundary, hoping the defense is going to play the wide side of the field.
Gooding and Jones set out to the right. Vaughn and Woods to the left. Williamson with time. Now he's hemmed in. Buys some more time. Throws out to the right. He's got Jones, I believe, and if that's the catch, then it is. It's a first down. And it was Gooding who made the grab. Saquon Gooding.
Gooding worked his way back. So that the quarterback had him. He got open.
Boy, he had all day to throw.
He surely did. As I said, we don't flush him. He could be in trouble.
Good job getting the feet inside the boundary over there. Gooding's heading to Western Michigan to play.
My goodness.
So a fresh set of downs as Oscar Smith continues this march. Williamson, right flat. That's Vaughn. Another first down for Oscar Smith. Brett Fights, the linebacker on the stop.
You play man-to-man, that's just a 8-yard stop. And if it's man-to-man, he's got to give you some room. So you know that you've got a pretty good situation as far as picking up a first down.
22nd reception this year for Melvin Vaughn. First and 10 from the 19 for Oscar Smith. This has been an impressive drive. J.C. Coleman. Just one good block. And picks up 8 yards before he's run out of bounds by Mark Benet. Second down and 2.
John, they got so much speed. Even if they outrun their blocker, when they cut it back, they're still dangerous.
This time they go with 2 receivers right and 2 backs alongside the quarterback, Williamson. Moving pocket. Now he has to reverse direction. And they're going to call that grounding.
Yes, sir.
He's saying he's outside the pocket, and there was a receiver over there. And there's a player down, and if that's Ecanum, that could be big problems, and I believe it is. Ecanum was the one who had Williamson by the jersey. Well, there was a receiver down in the corner.
Yes, sir. Right outside the boundary there.
I don't know how they're going to eventually rule this, but I tell you what, Kenny Canham is down. And that's not good news.
No.
As we said, he's one of the best players in the country.
Everybody recruiting him. He's up. Or he's about to get up.
Intentional grounding. The call for Oscar Smith will be penalized the yardage, and they'll lose the down.
I saw the coach get up, and I thought it was the player.
So it's going to be third down and about 20 yards to go for a first down. Let's go down to the field, Jay James.
Hey, thanks, John. We're joined here by Perry Jones, standout running back you mentioned for the University of Virginia. Perry, your younger brother, Zach, has been running up and down the field, 228 yards last week. How proud are you to see him out here performing today?
You know, I'm very proud just to get have the opportunity to watch him. I haven't been able to have a chance to watch him in the past. You know, this season I haven't seen him, but I'm just excited to be out here just to see him run around.
You got great memories being at Oscar Smith when you see these guys on the field?
It brings back a lot of memories, and you know, sometimes you just want to go back and relive those days. But you know, it's just a good feeling just to be out here.
Appreciate your time. Good luck in the Chick-fil-A Bowl on New Year's Eve.
Thank you.
All right, that's Perry Jones, guys. John, back to you.
All right, Jay, thanks. And he's making some more memories on this very field. Perry Jones having a fine career so far. For Zach Jones, just a junior. You know, I asked somebody earlier if UVA might have the inside track with Mike London recruiting Zach Jones, and they said, I don't know that I'd go there yet. So we'll see. Of course, Perry Jones is part of the 2008 Oscar Smith State Championship team. Third down, 21. Williamson, again with time. A receiver down inside the 5. That's the Klein Gooding. It'll be first and goal. Ball's on the throw.
Willem came back for the ball, but the defensive back did not have a time.
Well, they're going to give him that kind of time. It's going to be a long day for Centreville.
Yes, sir. The ball's underthrown 9 times out of 10. The receivers could have kept the ball. Oh, we'll have the best opportunity to catch the ball.
So first and goal for the Tigers from the 4. No wideouts in this formation. Coleman left side.
He's in there.
Nobody at home on that corner, and it's a 6-2 ball game right now with the extra point on the way.
You knew when he got on the corner, it was all over.
They made that look easy. So J.C. Coleman rushes for his 19th touchdown of the season.
Coleman made it look easy. Once he bounced outside, I said, it is 6.
And the point after try for Brad Davis is up, and it is good. So with 5:03 to go in the first quarter, Oscar Smith marches down the field and puts 7 on the board. And a good sign for Centreville. Kenny Cannon, who walked off the field very gingerly, was down, but he's up somewhere on that sideline now, I believe.
Still limping a little bit. I've watched him the whole time.
They're getting back to Cannon. 6'4", 245-pounders, narrowed his choices. Prospective colleges to 4. Virginia Tech on the list, as is North Carolina, Oregon, Pitt, and Notre Dame.
My goodness.
That's a pretty strong list.
I was going to say, real strong. You can see he's still gimping just a little bit.
I have a feeling that he'll be back.
In the championship game, you betcha he's going to be back.
The kick popped up. Coward has it. Coward with running room. Coward across midfield. So once again, Centreville begins drive with great field position. 4:57 left to go first quarter. 7-2 our score.
Take it up off the 49-yard off in first and 10.
Mitch Barrett, the quarterback, sends 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. The give is to Manny Smith. Smith, good yardage, first down and then some.
He rushed for 1,718 yards.
Kenai Anderson made the tackle for Oscar Smith.
Believe me, he could bring it.
Josh Townsend also had a piece of him. It's first and 10. The Wildcats of Centreville. Walter in motion. Walter has it. He's gang tackled after a pickup of 4 on first down. Yeah, much like the first game when it was important that South County keep the football and have long drives, I think it's equally important for Centreville to do the same thing if they're not going to put more pressure on the Oscar Smith passing game.
No, I think you're exactly right about that.
Barrick has 2 receivers left. Coward in the slot left. Now he goes in motion.
On the ground.
Fumble. Let's see if Barrick's able to get it back.
I love it when they start pointing.
Well, they started to make the call for Oscar Smith, and then they stopped short, and now they do. I didn't see who got the football. It might have been Brandon Ridge, big number 72.
I know he's on the bottom of the pile.
Yeah, Riddick came on the backside and yeah, you see Riddick dive in there late. At any rate, Oscar Smith got the football back, so mark that down. That's a turnover. The first against Centreville. Oscar Smith had the one early on the safety. Williamson to the air. Again, he's got all day to throw. He's looking for Jones, and Jones, what a catch. What a catch. And now they're going to have to put a face mask on top of that, I believe. 15 right on top of it. Connor Towers was there for good hands for Zach Jones.
Ball was on the throw just a little bit. Jones went to it quicker than the defensive back hit. This is a heck of a throw and a heck of a catch.
Soft hands, I'll tell you that. They're going to tack on the penalty for the face mask, and it's going to be first and goal for Oscar Smith. All the way down to the 7-yard line with 3:33 to go in the first quarter. Williamson has a play from Richard Morgan. Morgan in his 10th year as the head coach at Oscar Smith. One receiver sets left, one to the right. Same formation they had the touchdown on almost. And now Coleman in trouble. Coleman can't get out of that one.
When you start running east and west, you're in serious trouble.
The cornerback, Brett Martin, made the stop for the Wildcats. Second and goal from the 14. Martin did a good job fighting off that blocker. No wideouts in this set. Williamson, again, all day to throw, and touchdown. Zach Jones. No, I take that back. It's Vaughn. Melvin Vaughn. And Williamson put that ball right on the money. Exactly.
There was very little room to get the ball in there. Williamson laid it in there very, very nicely.
Look at that.
Oh, my.
They couldn't have drawn it up any prettier.
Pitch and catch is what that's called.
14-yard strike. And it's a 13-2 ball game. Oscar Smith is another Centreville player down injured. So Oscar Smith able to take advantage of a turnover. Injured players, Christian Marty. But look at the time he's got to throw.
He's got a pretty good arm, I'll tell you what.
For an unorthodox motion, it kind of reminds you of Dante Culpepper. Or a little bit of Culpepper. Point after try from Brad Davis up, and this one is no good. He missed it wide right.
Oh.
So, a bit of a reprieve for Centreville. Score stays at 13-2 after the touchdown pass. And now Centreville, very important here that they get the football, hang on to it, and do something with it offensively. They got a break early with the safety. Couldn't take advantage of the great field position after they had the kickoff following the safety. And then again, after the touchdown, they had great field position and coughed it up. Actually, you know who he reminds me more of is Byron Leftwich.
Yep.
With the throwing motion. He dropped it down from Marshall.
Yep. His does look a little awkward.
Yeah. Awkward, yet effective.
Most effective.
Let's see if they don't keep it away from Coward. said they try a low one.
Knuckler.
Coward comes up with it again, though. Coward, pretty good return all the way to the 35-yard line before he spun down. Deshaun McLeese on the stop for the Tigers with 2:24 to go in our first quarter.
The first against Centreville from the 35-yard line.
Two receivers right, one to the left. Ferrick on first down will keep it on the ground. 3 yards straight ahead for Manny Smith.
You know, John, what I've seen so far, Oscar Smith has so much more speed and quickness than Centreville. Well, at least that's what we've watched here thus far in the game.
Total dominant numbers-wise so far for Oscar Smith. Again, Smith straight ahead to the 42.
Not a whole lot there.
It'll bring up 3rd and 3 for Team Stallings on the tackle. Stallings, the linebacker who's going to play next ball with James Madison.
He's starting forward from the 41-yard line.
Minute and a half left to go in our first quarter. Third and 4, actually. Ferrick overthrows the receiver.
Oh, my.
Crowd wanted a flag, but
well, over here, it looked like, he's pulling down.
But the ball was well overthrown.
We're back behind the receiver.
It was intended for Connor Coward. Jeff Woods, his opposite number 23, was there on the coverage. I can see why they thought perhaps there should have been a flag, but
from over here on this side, it did look like it possibly could be pass interference.
Coward will punt for Centreville with 1:16 left to go in the first quarter. Woods deep to return the punt. Good kick.
My, what a nice punt.
Woods all the way back to his 8. Now they reverse it to Zach Jones. Jones makes a nice move, still on his feet up the sideline. Still on his feet all the way out to the 43-yard line. Benny finally made the stop. So a little razzle-dazzle on the part of Oscar Smith. Boy, on a dangerous punt, too. I mean, that was a well-kicked ball. And they still ran what they planned on doing all along.
No reverse. Flipped the ball.
Might have gotten away with a block in the back, too.
Yes, sir.
So 59 seconds left to go first quarter. Oscar Smith with good field position from their own 44. Dangerous time here for Centreville. You don't want to let Oscar Smith get too far out in front. Woods and Gooding to the left, Jones to the right. Now Woods in motion. Reverse to Jones. Jones reverses the field, and he's going to lose about 6. Perseverance paid off that time defensively as Matt Blissades finally made the stop.
All you have to do is stay at home. Just don't chase the ball.
Second and 16, 34 seconds and counting left to go first quarter.
Talk about trickeration.
Oh, they've got some speed, too.
Oh, yeah.
This time Jones to the left. Gooding wide right. Williamson under a little pressure, but he's got his receiver wide open. That's Vaughn. Vaughn spins off the tackle. He's got a first down inside the 35-yard line.
Little boot throwback. Nobody near the receiver.
Ryan Sepulveda finally able to make the tackle for Centreville with 2 seconds left to go in our first quarter. They'll wind the clock as they reset the chains, and that does it. But a first quarter after a very shaky start, but eventually dominated by Oscar Smith. We played 12 minutes for the Tigers. Oscar Smith on top of.
Hi, I'm Teresa Brown with a message to parents. If your children are anything like mine, they are always on the social network, Skyping, texting, emailing, and this exposes them to bullying. But don't wait for a message to come to you. Start talking to your children. Be aware of what they're going through. Start looking for the warning signs. And if you need more information, stop by a Cox Solutions store today. Pick up some helpful tips and a wristband. Remember, take charge and help stop bullying.
Hello, this is Mary. I can help you.
Hi, my grandma wants to know how to record my show.
Press the guide button on the remote.
Abuelita, toca el botón guide.
And now find your show on the screen and press record.
Ahora busca el programa en la
pantalla.
Working hard for every smile. Another reason why Cox is your friend in the digital age.
Cox Business Television. Information and insight from the Hampton Roads economic picture. Featuring in-depth interviews, profiles, and the latest publisher spotlight from the newsroom at Inside Business. Exclusively for Hampton Roads, Cox Communications presents Cox Business Television.
Big fan of the simple life? Then how would you like to get all your digital services from one source? Good news, you can when you bundle with Cox. That's advanced TV, high-speed internet complete with Power Boost, and telephone. All of the digital services you use every day from Cox, which means you have just one low bill and one number to call. 3 great services with the reliability of Cox. That's the convenience of the Cox bundle.
Welcome back to our coverage of the Division 6 championships here at Scott Stadium. Oscar Smith leads Centreville 13-2. We've got Centreville's principal, Mike Campbell, here with us. And Mike, first of all, whenever you get to the state championship, it's got to be something that's exciting. I'm proud of you and these kids.
I am so proud of these kids. Not just the football players, but the students that are here, student body that's here, the band, the cheerleaders, the whole community has come out and supported the football team. And what Chris Haddock has done with the, he's not just a football coach. He's brought all this community and everybody in together. He lives in our community. And you can see we have a lot of TV stations. We have a lot of our local restaurants back there, Glory Days, and several places to watch the game. I give a shout out to them right now. But it's just been tremendous. It's been like this for 3 weeks, and I hate for it to end the day one way or another.
Right. Mike, thanks for your time, man. Good luck to you guys.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
John, back to you.
Thank you, Jake. J.P. Coleman runs straight ahead for 2 yards on first down. Our first play of the second quarter, statistically completely dominated by Oscar Smith. 167 total yards to 27 yards for Centreville. And how about the numbers for quarterback Jay Williamson?
Oh, my.
9 of 11, 167 yards, including a 49-yard touchdown pass.
Pretty impressive.
Actually, a 49-yard pass, which led to another short touchdown pass as a flag comes in from the secondary. Delay of game against Oscar Smith. That's the first thing they've done wrong since the bad snap on the first play from scrimmage. Not making Richard Morgan very happy.
Oh, sure. Coach Morgan just a little bit upset.
In 10 years, the Tigers are 112-14 under Richard Morgan. He's 19-7 in the postseason as Williamson again buys some time. And it's caught. Jeff Woods on the reception. Tell you what, between his speed to buy some time and his receiver speed to come back to help him out, that's a tough combination.
Tough combination to stop.
Benet on the tackle for Centreville. Third down and short. With 11:11 to go first half. Zach Jones sets out left. Vaughn to the right. Gooding in the slot right. This is Jones. Jones running room. Jones touchdown. And I'll tell you what, Sonny, they are making it look far too easy. It may be a long day for Centreville if they don't get it turned around in a hurry. Well, I'll tell you, Steve Chills.
I'm telling you, are they quick or what?
That was 25 yards, and even though he was in the middle of the field, I don't think anybody touched him.
Did not touch him.
Look at this. Not till the goal line.
That was one of those center screens. Throwback screen. Jailbreak. Call it whatever you want. I know one thing. He got the end zone to hurry.
Oscar Smith may be going for 2 here to try to get back to the extra point they missed last time.
They got a little wildcat going on.
Williamson fakes the give. Man wide open.
Oh.
That's Vaughn for the 2-point conversion. And it's 21-3. And the large contingent of fans that came down from Centreville, actually, very quiet right now. I think they sense that their ball club's in trouble. And if you take a look at the sideline, some of the players are trying to get Centreville fired up. They just had no answer for the passing game of Oscar Smith right now.
I'll tell you one thing, that quarterback of theirs is magical.
Well, I'll tell you what, right now he's on his way to 500 yards passing. He just added 25 more to the 167 he had in the first quarter. It's 192, I believe.
And while he throws it so well, the last thing you want to do is to flush it. He's going to hurt you with his legs, too.
He's been better on the run so far. And one big key, too, is the fact that Ken Ekanum has not come back in the football game. He's sitting on the bench right now without his helmet. So that's not a good sign for Centreville. The return game continues to be pretty good, though, as Chase Walter brings it out across the 30-yard line. He's dropped by Dior Dawson for Oscar Smith. So nothing else. Centreville needs to sustain a drive. Take some time off this clock and give the defense a little rest.
They got to hang on a little while. There's no question about that.
Barrett, the quarterback. 1 for 2 so far this afternoon. Pretty good yardage on first down from Manny Smith.
You know, John, you talked about Kenny Ekanum. To lose a guy like that, I mean, it just lets it balloon. I bet the air comes out of the big time.
Yeah.
Because he affects everybody. They see him on the sideline, and as I say, everybody's jobber kind of falls.
And you know, it was a very strange play that he was hurt on.
Yeah.
He had the quarterback by the shirt sleeve and was swinging him around. It was a sack that time by Brandon Riddick. You know, Riddick, an interesting young man. 6'3", 230 pounds. He's a senior. Right now, not being recruited by anybody. And the coaching staff doesn't understand it because he's a great athlete, but he's just learning the game. And they say if somebody will take a look at what he's done the last half of the season, they'll get a steal.
Well, he was awfully impressive there.
Loss of 3 at 3rd and 9. Barrett again gets it to Smith, and he's got a first down. Best run from scrimmage today for Smith. He gets it all the way out to the 48-yard line, and that'll move the chains. A very important first down for this Wildcat team from Centreville.
That'll pick their heads up a little bit. Excellent run.
Barrett going to the sideline for the play. Let's go down to Jay very quickly.
All right, John. Yeah, Sonny mentioned it earlier. For Centreville, it is so electrical on their sideline. They can travel almost their entire student body. If they can just get some play to create some momentum, they can get back in the game with the energy of that crowd.
Straight ahead once again. Good yardage on first down. You see some of the student body that's made the trip?
Most of them.
Centreville actually located in Clifton, Virginia. The school is. Right off of Lee Highway in Fairfax County.
Yes, sir.
2nd and 4. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Straight ahead, more running room for Smith. Smith inside the 30, all the way down to the 23. He's brought down from behind by Riddick.
That's what they need.
Move the chains and take some time off that clock and keep the ball out of the hands of J.J. Williamson. Oh, he had a herd of blockers in front, too. 1st and 10 from the 21. 8.5 to go in the first half.
Nice drive for the Centreville.
This time, Smith gets a couple before he's driven back.
It's a trajectory.
Rakeem Stallings on the tackle for Oscar Smith. You know, Manny Smith averaging 6 yards a carry. Today, 5.2 during the regular season. Had over 1,700 yards rushing. Coward wide right. Walters to the left. Farrick under pressure. Has it deflected. And it was
almost picked on.
Almost picked on. His arm got hit. It was too far for Josh Townsend to get it. And not quite far enough for Jeff Woods to pick it off for Oscar Smith. So it's 3rd down and 8.
If his arm hadn't been hit, I think it would have been picked off.
I don't know if he got hit or just couldn't put his legs into it. Either way, it was incomplete, and now it's a big 3rd down coming up for Centreville. They got here because of the ground game. Misdirection play. Coward, a couple of yards short of the first down. He's dropped down by Saquon Gooding.
That's an interesting call.
4th and 2.
Do you go for it?
Absolutely.
Well, the position you're in, I don't think you got it short.
I don't know if 3 points does you anything. You got to get 6 here. Hayner wide right. Coward in the slot. Walter sets left. Farrick short drop. Has his receiver, and he's got the first down. That's Walter. And a good tackle by Woods to save the touchdown. The 1st and goal for Centreville.
Little hook stop.
I like the call.
Yes, sir. Tell you what, high percentage type play.
Probably most people felt that they'd keep it on the ground.
Oh, yeah.
So a touchdown here. And all of a sudden,
things change.
Little energy back in the Centreville crowd. Smith, a yard at the most. Trey Billups on the tackle for Oscar Smith. 2nd and goal from the 6.
Smith still low to the ground. Boy, he runs with authority and some power.
He's a senior, being recruited by some lower Division I program. Probably not the size, even though he's got the numbers. Be looked at from the high Division I level. Smith has it. Pulls his way down near the 3. Riddick, one of the tacklers for the Tigers.
Knocking at the door.
Third and goal from just outside the 3. Tell you what, the quarterback Farrick gets a workout.
He sure does.
After every play, he goes to the sideline and gets the call from.
I think I'd get somebody else running into play.
Chris Haddock has him come over there for the instruction. Haddock to Flan.
Knocked down. He never had a chance.
Kenai Anderson, I believe, was the one who got the hand up to block the pass. So now it's 4th and goal from the 3.
He's got to go for it. As you said earlier, John, you get 3. That doesn't help a whole lot.
Yeah. Of course, you come away with nothing psychologically. It doesn't help you, but
destroys you. That time it was too much penetration. He didn't have a chance.
So Farrick has his orders, and now a timeout is going to be taken by Oscar Smith at the 5:23 mark of this first half. In case you just joined us, a very dubious beginning for Oscar Smith. They actually kind of misplayed the opening kickoff and got it 1st and 10 from inside their 10-yard line. J.J. Williamson, the quarterback, was in shotgun formation, and the center snapped the ball before he was ready. I don't think he was even looking. It went by him out of the end zone for safety. 2-0 Centreville. Centreville took the kick from the 20, had great field position inside the Oscar Smith 40, did nothing with it, and it's been all Oscar Smith ever since.
Well, there's one thing about it. Oscar Smith regrouped in a hurry.
Absolutely. I don't know if they've been behind much this season. Obviously, they were in their first game, but since then, probably not too much. Jay James down on the sideline.
Hey, thanks, Sean. Mitch Farrick, quarterback for Centreville. Chris Haddock has really been talking to him throughout the entire drive about quicker decision-making. You saw it on that last completion down here. So he thinks they can get more of this passing offense if they can make better decisions more quickly.
Big play here. 4th and goal from the 3. The drop, the lob. Complete. Now a flag comes in late as Jeff Woods broke it up. Chase Walker looked like he had it, but Woods kept harassing him with the hands, and now a flag comes in.
That was no more pass interference on man.
1st and goal from the 1. We got to take another look at this. Richard Morgan, Oscar Smith can't believe it. Well-thrown ball. Now, if that stays in the game, it's anybody's football.
I'm telling you now.
You see the official call it.
He's back behind the play.
You can't see it. Walter, you see he kind of turned and was kind of pleading for the call, but it wasn't like it was a blatant pass interference.
That's not the official that should have made the call.
Well, it's 1st and goal.
That's all that matters.
And we'll see if they don't keep it on the ground here. Smith started to go outside, and he doesn't quite get to the goal line. He's inside the 1, though. He was gang tackled. 2nd and goal as we hit the 5-minute mark left in our first half. Once again, Farrick trots back to the huddle. Hayner wide right. 2 receivers left. Smith again.
No, sir.
And he got hit and then thrown back. Vaughn just jerked him back like a rag doll. And it's 3rd and goal. He probably lost a half a yard.
Got to come up with some magic.
Darren Flowers also had him. So Farrick has his marching orders again. 3rd and goal. Four minutes left first half. Farrick to the air. Slant. Touchdown. Chase Walter got the better position, and Farrick put it on the button.
And Farrick got drilled.
So a very important score and a great drive that time.
No question about it.
Good catch.
The window was kind of small there.
It was. On the replay, you see just how little room he had to work with.
Boy, he threatened to me.
But he put it in the only spot where the defense wasn't going to get it. Jared Rondo's point after try up, and it is good. So with 3:53 to go in our first half, Centreville back on the board. It's 21-9. We take another look at the touchdown pass.
Perfect throw.
Yeah,
right in between two defenders.
For Chase Walter, that's his 13th touchdown reception this season. For Ferris, his 21st touchdown pass.
Ferris, he's kind of Mr. Cooler. You know that? He really is.
He's got good numbers on the year. They don't throw it that much. No. He's only thrown it 158 times coming into this game. Now you compare that with what Williamson's thrown. 301 times, so almost twice as many pass attempts. But Ferris' numbers, 61% completion, 20 touchdowns, only 3 interceptions, and that's an important drive because not only did you get points, you took some clock up.
And it gets them back in the game.
It's psychologically they're back in the game. On the scoreboard they're back in the game, and it gave the defense a rest for crying out loud. Short kick. A loose football, and I think Centreville got it. And Oscar Smith was in great position to make that recovery. So let's see as they unpile.
I don't know.
Centreville still thinks they have it.
There's a lot of officials down there.
I still haven't seen an official make the call. Have you?
Yeah, I just saw the referee. But it was a long time after the fumble.
Let's see if we can't take another look at that.
All he had to do was to fall on the ball.
I mean, that should have been an easy cover for Oscar Smith. Deshaun McLeese. And now straight ahead, they go right back to the running game that was so successful. It's Manny Smith again. I'll tell you what, if they get another touchdown or any points right now,
they're right back in it.
I'm not sure they're not already, but
I bet you Ferrick doesn't have any problem sleeping tonight.
No, he's a well-conditioned guy, I can tell you that, just going back and forth to
carrying the plays in.
Yeah. 2nd and 4. They got to get to the 24 for a first down. Ferrick in trouble. Intercepted. Intercepted by Riddick. He did it last week, and he may be doing it again. Riddick up the sideline, out of bounds. And boy, that was not a good throw.
No. It was a poor throw right into coverage.
A defensive lineman, Brandon Riddick. That's got to be getting the coach's attention because it got that big. Now penalty, but I believe it's after the interception, so it will be Oscar Smith football. Although they'll back it up a little bit. Ferrick,
he got thrilled.
Yeah, he's wobbling off the field right now. Yeah, he got leveled after the play, after the pass was thrown. And boy, look, Riddick. He moves pretty good for a big guy with blockers in front. Coward finally knocked him out of bounds. Hey, what if I was a college football coach who had a scholarship? I was looking for a guy that had a little potential. I think Brandon Riddick might be the guy who gets the phone call.
He might have it to hurt.
I mean, the coaches say that he's just a pup learning how to play. And they say he's got the frame where right now he's at 230, but they thought he could get like 250, 255 without any problem at all.
Oh, my God.
Ferrick was shaken up on the sideline, but now the Oscar Smith offense back in business. 3:04 to go. Williamson under pressure. They throw the screen. Perfect call to Coleman. Flag down, though.
2 flags.
Coleman has the first down, but let's check out the flag.
That'll come back. 2 of them on the ground. I guarantee you one of them's in the back. Or a clip.
or illegal man downfield. Once again, Richard Morgan.
He's perplexed.
Bewildered. There's the hold.
Yep.
So that'll slow him down a little bit. So they'll repeat first down. It's from the point of infraction, so it's basically going to be first and 10 again.
Little screen throwback. Boy, he has the people out front.
Coleman, not that big. They got him listed 5'9", 180. That means he's about 5'7 and a half, 5'8". But he is one fast guy. Well, he's heading to Blacksburg to play for the Hokies. Pressure. Williamson finally goes down all the way back to the 45-yard line.
I mean, Centreville brought some heat that time.
Logan Wakefield got in there. As did Christian Martin. So it's going to be second down and 18 as we approach 2 minutes left to go in this first half.
You know, John, when he faked the draw, that's supposed to spot the lineman. But you got to be running pretty good before that fake of a draw is going to work or fool anybody.
And that time, Zach Jones couldn't get away.
That's a slip screen. They run it about 4 times. I think Centerfield has finally gotten to pick it out.
Connor Howell had that one sniffed out. And there you see they're checking Farrell to make sure he's got his wits about him.
I think they just asked him what town he was in.
So third down and long. 2 receivers right, 2 left.
In a 3-deep zone.
Williamson again. Pressured. All the way back inside his 25, and
that's a lineman.
That's a lineman who's got that football, so that's going to be even worse. Although I would imagine they declined it as the catch was made by the right tackle, Shedrick Oliver.
He just saw somebody with a gold jersey.
So that's obviously an ineligible receiver. An illegal forward pass. I'm not sure what they'll call it, but it's not going to be good for Oscar Smith.
Trying to buy a little time.
All of a sudden, they have turned up the heat on the pass rush. I don't know if they found something in the blocking scheme or what, but Williams has been running quite a bit lately.
Running for his life.
Well, they're going to call grounding. Timeout, Centreville, because they realize they've got 52 seconds with a chance to perhaps
and they're going to have a good field position.
Let's go down to Jay and find out what's happening with the injury.
All right, guys, you saw that checking out quarterback Mitch Farrick. He's looked pretty well with these concussion tests, but Kenny Canham has got an ice on his right knee. Does not look like he's going to return, and it may be precautionary, John, because you know this kid's got a great future. Schools like Oregon interested in him. They're probably going to try not to risk it here in this second half against Oscar Smith. And energy on the sideline beginning to pick up again because Centreville is making plays. And as we talked about earlier, this crowd is looking to get back involved in this football game, guys. Back upstairs.
All right, Jay, thanks. You know, that's a shame that Canham can't play in this game on this stage, but you know, obviously there's a lot more at stake down the road with his football future.
Got a great future.
It was such a freak play. I hope we get a chance to take a look at it later on because it really could be one of the big plays of this game. He was in the midst of sacking the quarterback.
And it really didn't look like it was that serious.
It wasn't like it was contact. He might have twisted it somehow, but it wasn't like he got hit. So 4th and long, and Oscar Smith is going to punt it, so it was penalty and loss it down, and now Oscar Smith takes another timeout with 52 seconds
They
left.
didn't have all their people on the field. They're at least 1 short, might be 2 short.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
They got 10 out.
They got 10, and now here comes number 11.
Right. and rather get it pump, block, they'll say, hey, let's get 11 out there. They let you play with 11.
Well, yeah, you can't take the time out with you.
Oh, no.
Can't carry over in the second half, so why not use it if it helps you get things organized?
And that's what they're doing right now.
Earlier this afternoon, we had a Division 5 champ crowned here at Scott Stadium, and that, of course, was the Phoebus Phantoms for a fourth consecutive year. They were impressive winners over South County from Lorton, 20-10. So congratulations to Stan Sexton and his Phoebus Phantoms for 4 state titles in a row. The punter is Zach Jones. Good snap. Low spiral. Takes a good bounce for Oscar Smith, and now it'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Here's one of the most popular figures in this town right now, Mike London, head coach at UVA. What a job he's done with this Virginia football program. They're headed to the Chick-fil-A Bowl and take on Auburn on New Year's Eve.
He doesn't pay for too many checks these days.
Tell you what, he's a good guy. And,
great guy.
They got him from the University of Richmond. He's been here as an assistant earlier with Al Grove, but he's really turned this thing around in a very short period of time. Draw play on first down. Smith, pretty good yardage. He's got a first down. They'll stop the clock to move the chains with 37 seconds left.
They'll have to put it up.
Manny Smith is having a pretty good day on the ground as Centreville uses a timeout.
You know, as we watch this game, John, I thought that Oscar Smith was going to run Centreville right out of the stadium. Now, all of a sudden, the pendulum has swung the other way, and old Mo's jumped on the Centreville's back.
I guess between the quarters, I tapped you on the shoulder, and I said, they got too much speed.
Yes, sir.
Somehow they found a way to slow them down, but what intrigues me is the fact all of a sudden they've been able to come up with a pass rush, which was non-existent in that first quarter. So getting back to Mike London at University of Virginia, he loves the fact that these two games are played in Scott Stadium on his campus. I mean,
I guarantee you.
It saves him and his staff a lot of time. I mean, a lot of talent coming to him.
And they pretty much know who they want before the game's ever played. And then they get a check about playing.
First and 10. Football at the Centreville 47-yard line. Farrick under pressure. He goes down back around the 36.
No chance.
They may just let the clock run down now.
Rather take another shot like that one.
It'll be second down and long. And they're showing no signs of stopping the clock or even running another play. Farrick over the sideline. I don't think he's going to get back.
Farrick said, let me go to the house.
That's going to do it. So Centreville content getting back on the board with that all-important touchdown in this quarter. Even though they trail, they got to feel a whole lot better about things now than what they did about 2 minutes into this second quarter. So the teams head to the locker room. Oscar Smith, who won this title back in 2008, on top 21-9 over Centreville, who won its only state championship back in the year 2000. But Centreville not heading to the locker room yet. I don't know what they're doing. They are, I guess, huddled around their coach, still on the field.
Coach is going to the dressing room. I don't know if that's one of the assistants.
Have you ever seen that?
No. Maybe he's trying to give him a little inspiration. You know when those talks were? You know when they were?
When?
When you got the better players.
Let's go down to the field. Jay James is standing by.
All right, thanks, John. We got Coach Chris Haddock with us. Coach, talk about how you guys defensively, you've really made a lot of progress trying to stop them towards the latter part of the half.
Well, we lost our big-time football player very early on, and
and we've had to make some substitution adjustments. We've got that kind of worked out, and so I think we're going to be in pretty good shape in the second half.
How important was that drive to score down there that late in the middle part of the half here?
It was definitely big. I would have liked to have we got that kind of onside kick. I would have liked to have been able to cash that in. That would have been even bigger, but we're going to be okay. We got the ball coming out in the second half. We need to establish a good drive and hopefully get in the end zone, and we'll be okay.
Best of luck, Coach.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Back up there.
You know, he didn't sound anything but confident, really.
Doesn't have a word in the world.
Halftime. Centreville on top of check that. Oscar Smith on top of Centreville, 21-9 at the half.
No, it's not easy to save the 3 grown boys.
Not just 3 boys. Triplets.
3 cheeseburgers with fries, 3 football uniforms. Oh, boy. Come on.
Diane, take turns. Everybody get a chance to lean back.
Through college education. We showed them Mitchell's online tools that come free with their Wells Fargo checking account to help them manage their expenses and save automatically. I'm free.
There you see. She's a fourth triplet.
Wells Fargo, with you when expenses come in threes.
Mom, Dad, I need to ask you a question. Have you started saving for my college?
It's important.
And tuition keeps rising. Do me a favor and go to Virginia529.com and check out the Virginia Prepaid Education Program. It helps you say no for tomorrow's tuition. The benefits can be used anywhere. Don't wait. Enrollment ends soon. Seriously. You can thank me later.
Working hard for every smile. Another reason why Cox is your friend in the digital age.
The Chesapeake Public Schools is a comprehensive public school division in Virginia's Southampton Roads region. It's a 100% fully SOL-accredited school division serving nearly 39,000 students. An emphasis in literacy and in integrating technology, along with high-quality teachers and support staff, help Chesapeake boast the highest graduation rate in the region. The Chesapeake Public Schools, educating all the children of all the people.
Welcome back to Scott Stadium in Charlottesville, Virginia. It's halftime of the Division VI state championship game with Oscar Smith from the Eastern region on top of the Northern region representative, the Centreville Wildcats. Although Centreville showed a lot of life from the middle part of that second quarter on, it was very much got a football game here, even though Oscar Smith does have the lead. It's halftime. That means a lot of work for Jay James. He's standing by with a lot of special guests. Jay?
All right, thanks very much, John. We're down here on the field with the executive director for the Virginia High School League, and they, of course, put on all of these championship events across the state, and that would be Ken Tilley. How are you, sir?
Hey, doing great.
It's good to see you.
Thrilled to be here, and a couple of great football games.
Well, we always think about football, basketball, and, of course, these championships, but is there more to the Virginia High School League, Ken?
Absolutely. We're much more. We're an activities association, which includes, besides the 27 sports, 8 academic activities: debate, drama, forensics, creative writing, scholastic bowl, and school publications. And we're real proud of that. In fact, the league began with debate here at the University of Virginia back in 1913. So we're more than just athletics by far.
Ken, you guys always have several things you're dealing with, and I guess reclassification or redistricting. Have you guys done some work in that area here recently?
Yes, we're full bore on that right now. We've had one meeting, but we've also looked at some changes. This occurs every 2 years to try to align schools based on their size, try to equate the size of the schools as well as geography and natural rivalries. And we're going to be taking a look at 4, 5, or 6 classifications, which is a break from tradition with our 3 classes currently and 2 divisions in each class. We're going to take a look at 4, 5, or 6 classifications for the 2013-14 school year.
Ken, you guys always you do so much across the state, and you get a lot of things brought to you, like questions about homeschool athletes and stuff like that. What's kind of been you guys' stance on this equitable treatment as far as being eligible to play?
Well, that's where we kind of differ, I think, from the homeschool approach, is that our students are fully enrolled. They're taking 5 subjects minimum and have passed 5 subjects the previous semester. So those 2 requirements alone do not allow homeschoolers to be eligible. So it's a matter of equity and fairness and playing by a common set of rules and regulations.
How many sites are you guys around for this today, Ken?
Today we've got 3 sites, double headers at each here at Charlottesville for the AAA. The AA is at Liberty in Lynchburg, and the single A is at Salem.
All right, thanks for your time, Ken.
My pleasure.
Appreciate it. Ken Tilley, he is the executive director of the Virginia High School League, and he said there's multiple activities that are done with the High School League, including theater. And we've got some theater champions with us right here. So tell our audience your name and what school you're from.
Well, my name is Ben Cunningham, and I'm from North Carolina High School.
All right, so the Governors have recently won a championship as far as the theater competition. Tell us kind of how this happens. Like, what is it? How's the competition made up? What you guys are required to do? Those types of things.
Well, in our drama program, which most of us have been in throughout our high school career, our teacher, Ms. Driver, just teaches us, I don't know, what we would think is the basics of theater. And to get here, we had to go through districts, regionals, and finally states, which is all mostly pretty tough competition.
Now, the format, you guys have a 35-minute play. Tell me a little more about that.
Well, we like to stay a little bit far away from the 35-minute mark because that can get kind of hairy if you get too close. If you go over 35 minutes, you're disqualified. So our play was only about 23 or 24 minutes, depending on how we did it.
Now, the next question is, what was the plot?
The plot was about this Japanese warlord named Ukyo, who I played, coming back from war with his servant Teiro, and then wanting to go on another affair which he had been on in the past years in the countryside with a woman named Hanako, and basically him trying to do that on the back of his wife.
How much fun is it to work with all these people you got behind you?
I love working with all these people behind me. They're a lot more important than I am just alone, so it's really a team thing, just like this game behind us.
Yeah. All right. Well, and lastly, what was it like when you lift that championship trophy for the efforts and the hours that you put in towards it?
It was absolutely unbelievable and really thrilling for me, at least. My cats might say differently, but I'm pretty sure it's all along the same line.
All right. Congratulations. Thanks for being here with us. We appreciate you guys being here. All right. As well as the events that the Virginia High School League puts on, it also has an advisory board, and that's something that's new that has started today. And it's good to see you. Deputy here from Allstate Insurance. Welcome. And
thank you.
Tell us a little bit about what Allstate is doing as far as all of this is involved in the safety with young people and some of the things you're up to.
Sure. We've had a fantastic relationship with the VHSL. Allstate started working with the VHSL probably about 5 years ago. We were trying to find a partner, a really good, strong partner, to help us with our Safe Teen Driving initiative. And we were working very hard in Virginia to figure out a way that we could go into schools, talk to parents, talk to teens, have teens take on the issue themselves, and then really start promoting and decreasing some of the injuries, the fatalities, and the car crashes. So we started working with VHSL and have seen a decrease, actually, in accidents. Now, there's a lot of people working on this, so I can't take full credit, but I think the partnership with VHSL and the opportunity that we've had to reach out to all the teens and their parents has been tremendous.
What's the biggest thing we have to pay attention to help young people be safer when it comes to teen driving?
There are really 3 things. Parents need to model good behavior when they're driving. Teens need some experience on the road, so they probably need to be driving a little bit longer before they get their driver's license. And then a big thing with Allstate, and we've been working with VHSL on, is our Extra Text campaign, which is the Don't Text and Drive. You know, teens are texting now more than ever, and with the inexperience in driving and this ramped-up texting and cell phone use, we're really concerned about that. So we've launched a campaign, and we've gone to the VHSL Student Leaders Conference every year and done workshops on, and actually the kids they promote the workshops and they design the workshops. We bring out our Extra Text thumb rings, our campaigns, and have them kind of run it for us, and I think it's really taken a hold in the state of Virginia.
Well, congratulations for what you guys are doing. Thanks for the work on behalf of young people, and thanks for being here today.
Great.
I really appreciate it. Good to see you, too. All right. Well, that's going to do it for our halftime presentation, and our coverage continues. 21-9, Oscar Smith.
Cox has the #1 internet service today and promises to keep it that way. It's all part of the Performance Pledge, a promise Cox has delivered on by increasing speeds year after year, giving you more speed than ever. And that pledge is backed up with built-in extras like online storage and security from McAfee. Plus, you get power boosts to help speed up large downloads. The Cox High-Speed Internet Performance Pledge. Better, safer, faster.
Hi, I'm Trisha DeLista from the Z Morning Zoo. If you're a victim of bullying behavior, sometimes you can feel intimidated or humiliated, like there's nothing you can do. But I'm here to tell you that there is something you can do. Take charge. Tell them to stop. Walk away and stick together with friends. And don't be afraid to talk about it, because ignoring it won't make it go away. Stop by a Cox Solution store so you can pick up a list of tips and get these Stop the Bullying wristbands that I'm wearing.
Bullying behavior can leave a devastating mark on victims, on schools, on our entire community. On this episode of Plugged In, meet local teams trying to break the bully culture.
We all play the same color, we're no different.
And hear from experts about how educators, parents, and victims can cope.
Really, the biggest thing is to get everyone involved. Like Dr. Moffitt spoke to earlier, you can't do it alone.
Cox is getting plugged into what young people are thinking. Watch Cox Plugged In, Breaking the Bully Culture.
Hey, Doug. What's with the security guard? Oh, him? He keeps intruders out of my server dojo, just like Security Suite from Cox keeps intruders out of your data. What do you mean? Well, let's just say you're a hacker, and you are a virus. And this is the network. Go ahead. Try and get in.
Oh, no. Hi, Doug. Who's that?
Her? She's a friend request. Accepted.
More features to protect your data. Cox Business Internet.
Are we on camera?
Welcome back. Halftime continues at Scott Stadium in Charlottesville, our Division VI final. Oscar Smith on top of Centreville, 21-9. Big day around all the Commonwealth of Virginia for a high school football championship. Clintwood beats Galax in the Division I final out in Salem. At the half, Goochland and Gretna in a defensive showdown also in Salem. In Lynchburg, the Division III final, Brookfield comes back and defeats James Monroe by 1. And in the second quarter, Christiansburg on the short end to Briarwood by 1. Earlier here at Scott Stadium, Phoebus, a 2010 victory over South County. 4 consecutive state titles for Sam Sexton and the Phoebus Phantoms. They've been pretty strong, and today was no exception. There were times when it looked like South County might give them a good football game, and they did. But in the end, I think the experience was a little bit too much.
And the game we got now, the exact same thing. Yeah. Looked like Oscar Smith was going to blow them right out of the park. And all of a sudden, Centreville said, not so fast.
Yeah, the speed of Oscar Smith looked like it was going to be way too much, but in the second quarter, the second half of the second quarter, very much a Centreville controlled football game. As we take a look at very shaky start for Oscar Smith, the snap went right by J.J. Williamson and a safety. But Centreville didn't take advantage of it. Beyond that, as J.C. Coleman wins the race to the end zone, and then a costly turnover. And this is when their air game took off. The deep pass. Zach Jones had the face mask grabbed as well, and then in the end zone, Vaughn the touchdown. And then this the slip screen. Again, Zach Jones. His speed, good downfield blocking as well. And here you thought it was going to be pretty much a blowout, but then controversial pass interference call. And then the touchdown to Chase Walter. And right now the score is 21-9, but statistically speaking, a little bit closer. Passing yards, Centreville not a whole lot. But rushing yards, they're doing a great job. And rushing yards for Oscar Smith, not impressive at all. But the big thing again, as was in the first game, look at those turnovers.
You know, John, you know what I've always thought about those stats? You can stick them in your ear. I mean, they might give you something to look at halftime, but I just can't put that much stock in them. Turnovers are down now. Turnovers. Yes, sir. But, yeah, right there, you look at turnovers, too, and you know pretty much who wins, or who's winning the ball game.
The big number, though, 21-9. Oh, but Oscar Smith should be winning that, by the way. That was wrong. Oscar Smith is winning 21-9. And, of course, still a lot of football left. The Virginia sports world lost a friend recently. Many Virginians knew Ray Tate as a broadcaster and a supporter of athletics at the University of Richmond, where he was also an outstanding player and later an assistant coach. Well, Ray was also an analyst for our Cox telecast for the high school championships, and he was committed to making it special for the student athletes. We hope you'll join our team in keeping Ray and his family in your thoughts. Ray passed away a few months ago at the age of 68.
Mom, Dad, I need to ask you a question. Have you started saving for my college?
It's important.
And tuition keeps rising. Do me a favor and go to Virginia529.com and check out the Virginia Prepaid Education Program. It helps you say no for tomorrow's tuition. The benefits can be used anywhere. Don't wait. Enrollment ends soon. Seriously. You can thank me later.
Hey, it's Chuck and Woo from the Morning Point, and we want to talk to all of you parents out there.
You know, there's a good chance your child will never tell you if he or she is a victim of bullying behavior.
So you want to look for the warning signs. Do they not want to go to school? Are they coming home hungry? Or are things of theirs missing?
Talk to your kids. Tell them it's okay, and there is something they can do.
And for a list of ideas or one of these great anti-bullying wristbands, you can visit a Cox Solutions store today.
Take charge and help stop the bullying.
Give me 5 ways to partner with Fairfax County Public Schools.
1. Mentor a child.
2. Partner with a school.
3. Partner system-wide. 4. Support an existing partnership.
5. Help develop or advance an educational initiative.
5. That's what I'm talking about.
The AAA Football Championships are brought to you by VHSL, the Virginia High School League, since 1913, building better citizens through student activities. Virginia 529, proud sponsor of VHSL, providing flexible, affordable, tax-advantaged college savings. Check out the Virginia Prepaid Education Program at Virginia529.com. And Cox Communications, supporting youth and education initiatives in our communities, because we live here too. Cox, your friend in the digital age.
Second half just about set to start here in Charlottesville, Division 6A final, where Centreville playing catch-up. They trail Oscar Smith 21-9. John Castleberry, former NFL All-Pro Sonny Randall, and Jay James on the sideline. Jay, I understand you were able to get in a word with Oscar Smith head coach Richard Morgan.
Yeah, we talked to Rich Morgan, guys. He got back with his team, but he said 2 things very definitively, and he was very focused. He said, we cannot have the penalties. He was happy with the passing attack. How could you not with Zach Jones and the guys have been doing? But he said, penalties are killing us. That is a direct quote. He's focused on that in the second half. He's going to be getting after his guys, and we'll see what happens, John. Back upstairs to you.
Just to substantiate what he's referring to, Oscar Smith penalized 7 times for 80 yards in the first half. Centreville, 1 penalty for 8 yards. I still don't know about that pass interference.
No.
But other than that, he's right. I mean, they hurt themselves with penalties. Turnover. They had a couple. The most blatant being the snap that went out of the end zone. Of course, Centreville turned around and gave it to him a couple times as well. So we got a lot of football left. And I tell you what, Centreville, I was impressed with the way they came back in the middle stages of that second quarter. And I don't know what they did pass rush-wise, other than it looked like they were able to keep Williamson from getting outside too much. Yeah, he was going backwards as opposed to buying some time around the edges. And now with Centreville getting the ball first here in the second half, assuming they hang on to it in the kickoff, if they could get a score, we'd be right back very much in this football game.
You know, John, if you could eliminate turnovers, penalties, I don't have to tell you how much better off you are as a football team.
The kick high, short. And that's Coward across the 40. Deshaun Blow on the tackle for Oscar Smith. A pretty good field position for Centreville as they take it 1st and 10 from their own 41-yard line.
I know one thing, you take it at the 40-yard line every time it was kicked off.
Ken Aikenham, outstanding All-State performer for Centreville, went down early in the first half with like an injury to his right knee on a play where he was applying pressure to the quarterback, and he's not been back. Don't expect him back today. And that time they gave it to Manny Smith, and he went backwards. They'll lose a yard or so. 2nd and 11. Aikenham, All-State player, played tight end, also played defensive end. And they missed his leadership on top of that, but they seem to have survived that. And let's see what they do on 2nd and 11. Under pressure. Pass. Intercepted.
Look out. Look out.
Touchdown. Boy, I thought I waited to see if they were going to say it was out of bounds, but Josh Townsend.
The Centreville coach is going crazy. He must have stepped out.
Townsend tipped it in the air to himself. Boy, he got some good blocks. Townsend. Oh. I don't think he did.
That could be a dagger.
27-9.
Right in the heart.
Let's take a look at it one more time. Just an outstanding play by Josh Townsend. Well, he's not out there. I don't think he went out.
He didn't go out.
Townsend's a senior. And now it's 28-9.
And you got to think that Oscar Smith is in the driver's seat.
Boy, the Centreville crowd got quiet in a hurry after that. But again, another turnover.
Yep. What we just say about that. Turnovers and penalties.
So less than a minute into this second half. The tide has turned once again. Let's go down to Jay.
Coach Cooktown is really upset on there. Obviously the interception, but thought that the player was out of bounds as you guys were looking at the replay. He also was really upset, really getting the official's ear about the celebration from Oscar Smith. So he's concerned about a couple of things, let alone the turnover down here.
Another short kick. Boy, Oscar Smith has no problem giving up field position. Connor Chuliton, backup linebacker on the return. So Centreville takes over 1st and 10 this time from their own 45.
And you would think the Centreville will start scoring it all over the park.
Well, still plenty of time. 27-9 our score. Point after try was no good. Wildcat formation that time. And a pickup of just a couple on first down. That was Chase Walter who took the direct snap that time.
I think Oscar Smith would give Centreville all of those they want. All they want.
Two receivers set right. And nothing going straight ahead. Boy, you can just see that the Oscar Smith defensive line is engulfed off of the ball. They're just so much quicker this half.
You know, the scoreboard gives you that quickness.
Just a short pickup for Smith, so it's third down and let's call it 7. Hayner to the right.
Look out.
And again, Oscar Smith is just dominating the line of scrimmage.
They're through there before, the offensive lineman has a chance to even put the hat on.
The quarterback didn't have a flare that time.
It was like he came free.
That was Stacey Kennedy. He almost took the handoff with the snap from center. Coward's punt. Bounces around the 20. Takes an Oscar Smith bounce, and it's down at the 22-yard line. So with 9:01 to go in the third quarter, this is our first look at the Oscar Smith offense here in the second half. And Navy on top of Army in the fourth quarter.
Something new.
Football game, FedEx Field this year, wasn't it?
Yeah, FedEx. Exactly right.
See the best football played there all year.
I guarantee you. There's no question about that.
Oscar Smith sends Zach Jones to the left. He's got one touchdown today.
I got to believe they're going to keep it on the ground.
They send Vaughn in motion. He's got a touchdown. And this is Coleman, who's also got a touchdown. And Coleman's hemmed in. He's going to lose about 3. Good pursuit that time. Primarily by Ryan Sepulveda, the defensive end.
John, you can't help but to compliment the Centreville people. Man, they have brought a ton of people down here.
Yes, they have. They're down below us on the home side of the field. They're trying to get their defense on right now. Williamson down the middle of the field. And Jones just outfought Coward for the football.
We got a flag on the field. Take the point to Oscar Smith.
Illegal motion against Oscar Smith. Connor Coward, 6'2", 200 as the defensive back, covering Zach Jones, who's 5'10", 180. But he's a tough 5'10", 180. And he can fly, too, on top of that. So the long gain will come back. 5-yard penalty against Oscar Smith. It'll be second down and 17. And Richard Morgan, again, has a big play negated by a penalty. He said that we got to stop doing that. Jones set left. Gooding to the right. 2 tight ends. Coleman's got it. Coleman with some running room. Coleman first down and runs out of real estate around the 40-yard line.
That was a heck of a game.
Tell you what, they've got some weapons offensively.
When they get outside, that speed, oh my goodness.
And they've done a good job of hemming Coleman in. He only had 17 yards. Actually, he only had a net of 9 yards prior to that carry. And you're talking about a guy who's got 1,355 yards this season. Close to a first down as Gooding comes up with a catch.
That 5-yard hook, kind of a stop route. You got man-to-man. Let him catch it, go to the middle of the field.
Second and short.
High percentage type throw.
$7:21 left to go in our third quarter. Gooding right, Jones left.
Same pattern.
Gooding first down. Sepulveda brings him down from behind.
They're going to run that 10-yard stop, 5-yard stop. As long as you got man-to-man, that's what they go for.
And then if you play it too closely, they're going to turn it upfield.
Take the stop and see you later.
Williamson had 202 yards passing in the first half as we have a timeout on the field taken by Centreville. But he had the biggest chunk of that. In fact, he had 167 of those 202 yards in the first quarter. And that's when we thought it was going to be a 500-yard passing game for Williamson. It may not be that, but he's giving them some yardage and good chunks here in the third quarter. Let's take a look at how Centreville made it to the state finals. They beat Lake Braddock in a tight one, got by Westfield in a tight one. Just did squeak by Hermitage from the Central region. Of course, Centreville lost to Westfield 13-10 in the regular season.
That's a quality win, no question about it.
The only blemish on their record. But they're in trouble today against an Oscar Smith team that won 13 straight. First and 10 from the 40. J.C. Coleman gets about 4.
You don't want any of them outside, I can tell you that. Because if you do, you're going to spend the rest of the evening running them down.
Placides on the stop for the Wildcats.
You know, you can call Placides' name a bunch of times today.
Plays offensive line. He also plays linebacker. Second and 7. Williamson lobs it across the middle. Overthrows his intended receiver, the tight end Darren Flowers. He was open. So third down and 7.
Just a little more air under that ball. You know what? He'll be running.
Zach Jones has been quiet lately.
Certainly has.
He's wide right. Gooding in the slot right. Coleman in motion. The slip screen. They're trying to set it up. They go off his hand. Caught by, I think one of the linemen caught it again. Troy A. Harris caught it. Now, he is allowed to catch it after it's been deflected.
That's right.
And when's the last time you saw an offensive lineman catch a football for the same team twice in the same game?
Last he was a punt. That's the last time I saw it.
So now it's 4th and 8 as they lost a yard on the play. Oscar Smith is going to go for it.
And the Centreville crowd still getting excited. Boy, does that tell you so much about those folks.
Well, they need a stop here.
Got a penalty.
Whistles blow. Illegal for the delay of game against Oscar Smith. So Richard Morgan has not gotten his wish about taking care of the penalties anyway.
Nope.
They've added points, but they've also increased their penalty number. And he's on the field. He's in the middle of the huddle. Are they called timeout? Is he allowed to do that?
Not supposed to.
Jay, what's happening down there? Is he allowed to be in the middle of the huddle? And is that a timeout? Jay's in the huddle too. We do have a timeout now, so I guess he is allowed for that. So it's going to be fourth and about 14 yards needed for a first down. 9 penalties, 90 yards for Oscar Smith. And that's probably before that most recent penalty. Chris Haddock, head coach of Centreville. He's not real happy right now.
Give me the official at the airport.
So 4th and 14. 3 receivers line up to the right. J.J. Williamson. Now he sends Coleman in motion. They might have another penalty against Oscar Smith.
They don't care.
Richard Morgan cares, I can promise you that.
Oh, he's worked up pretty good.
So now it's 4th and 19. Might have been against Jeanette, the center. And now they may go ahead and punt it. Zach Jones, the wide receiver, is the punter, and he's dropping back in punt formation.
They got 4th and 50.
Going the wrong direction, I can tell you that. Is Heiner and Walter deep for Centreville. They got a fake. Man wide open. That's Woods. And Woods has the first down. Boy, they left him all by his lonesome.
Tough to say, he got lost. And he runs just far enough to get the first down.
All the way down inside the 25, 1st and 10, so it may have caught Centreville napping on that one. .453 left in the third quarter. Coleman gets about 6, and now a late flag comes in.
That was a face mask.
Either a face mask or a hole. The face mask. So that'll mark it even closer to the goal line for Oscar Smith.
Official, Oscar Smith doesn't need any more help.
Will be 1st and goal from just inside the 10. The spread huddle. Coleman has it.
He's in the end zone.
Second touchdown of the day for J.C. Coleman. That makes it a 33-9 ball game. J.C. Coleman.
He's got a fellow, right?
He has some jazz.
Run very well. And ran well receiving. I knew they sprinted up to the side of the scrimmage. Centreville might be in trouble.
Just a little inside handoff, I believe.
That's all it was.
Point after try is good. So 4:32 left in the third quarter. And Oscar Smith increases his lead to 34-9. For Colvin, his 20th touchdown of the season. His second today. And now it's critical time for Centreville. Because if you look at their offense, the way they move the football, it's not exactly a quick strike situation. No. They've only scored one touchdown today, and that was a long, methodical drive when they did it. Not like they have the great downfield passing game. .432 left to go in the third quarter.
John, I really believe speed has been the difference. And I mean, you can see it all night long.
Yeah.
Because size-wise, there's really not that much difference size-wise.
Taylor Hodges kicks off, and that'll go into the end zone. Centreville will get it 1st and 10 from its own 20. Well, if they're going to do something, this would be a good time to start. 4:32 left in the third. They need at least one touchdown before this quarter ends. Barrick under pressure, throws the screen. This is Smith with blockers in front. First down.
Nice play.
Picks up 16, so it worked out very well as Brandon Riddick runs him down from behind.
You know, those down 4 people are giving you all that heat. Screen's the best play you can call. That'll slow that rush down a little bit.
1st and 10 from the 36. Clock continues to move after the chains have been reset. Walter wide right. Connor in the slot right. Barrett moves the pocket right. Fires. Receiver open. First down across midfield. That's Walter. And they throw the screen. They move the pocket. Both of those things designed to slow down the rush.
Centreville continues to play hard. They could have mailed in by now.
Well, 2 plays. They picked up 32 yards. They've only used about 30 seconds.
Mitch Barrett doing a heck of a job there for Centreville.
Gives it to Smith. He was stopped, but he somehow broke free and picked up close to 8 yards. Raheem Stalling on the stop for the Tigers. The one thing for sure, they need to score a lot in a hurry. They can't be wasting a lot of time having Barrett go back and forth from the sideline to the huddle. You've got to get out there, and there's got to be a sense of urgency. 2nd and 2. Trying the left side, and the pass intercepted. Woods got it. No, they're saying incomplete.
Honestly, that sure looked like an interception.
It looked like it came down and it just landed on him.
Sure, that was an interception.
I never saw the ball hit the ground.
Did not hit the ground. You see the official would call it. He was back behind it.
Okay, it's up. It's up. It's still up. It's on his stomach, and then he comes on the left side. That should have been a pick. 3rd and short.
Show the replay.
And it'll be 1st down yardage for Manny Smith. Exactly 3 minutes left to go in the third. They stop the clock to reset the chains. 1st and 10 from the 36 of Oscar Smith.
if we were in the NFL, they'd still be looking for replay.
Yeah, those coaches would have been out of challenges by now. Pressure on. Oh. And Farrett took the sack, but a flag comes in.
That's going to be rough for the quarterback. He slammed him down pretty good.
Well, Farrett getting up slowly.
Now we're going to have a little extracurricular activity.
Well, you know what? Let's take another look at it. We do have some tempered flair.
He's doing down pretty good.
Well, let's take a look at it. I know he went at him hard, and it was a good hit, but I'm not sure. First of all, it would help if they blocked the guy.
Yeah.
He didn't. I don't think he threw him down. I mean, he definitely planted him in the turf, but it wasn't like he picked him up and slammed him. They call offside. So did they blow the play dead? That's the question. If they did that, then okay. Let's go down to Jay at the sideline. Jay, what's happening?
Hey, guys, it's getting intense down here. A couple of things. Chris Haddock has been the most animated that I have seen him all game. And he's starting to get into it with the head referee, who just looked at him to his left and said, watch it. He is irate on the sidelines, and, he's making his case. And the intensity level down here is picked up big time.
Well, he actually got a break a second ago when they didn't call the interception correctly. So 1st and 10 after the penalty. And nothing happening straight ahead that time for Smith. They'll give him a yard, 2nd and 9.
There's some pretty good coaches up there to stand.
Receivers to both sides. The fake. And the quick pass. And that was a heads-up play by Farrett. He was in big trouble, and he improvised and found an offer.
You got to really like Farrett. Honest to goodness, you do. Talking about Mr. Cool. I mean, he would get some serious heat.
He also picked up a first down in the process. So it's 1st and goal from the 6. Again, it really hasn't taken that much time for them to get down the field.
That's not.
They moved 74 yards in less than 2 minutes. Smith close to the end zone, but it'll be 2nd and goal from just inches away. And all of a sudden, the energy level is picked up for Centreville's crowd.
Manny Smith, he's the one that's getting them jacked up.
Second and goal. Eric keeps it himself, and he's in for the touchdown. Well, we said they need to get a touchdown before the end of the 3rd quarter, and they did that.
They got it. Stranger things have happened.
Rondo on for the point after try. Rondo, 66 out of 68 point after successes this year. And he missed that one.
You jinxed it, John.
I guess. 66 out of 69 after that. So 34-15. So an important score, but that's only the start of the comeback. They've still got a long way to go as you see Chris Haddock encouraging his ball club.
The Centreville crowd, I'll tell you one thing now, these fans are warped up.
They think their team still has a shot. We don't know that they don't, even though they've still got a long way to go, and they've still got, the biggest thing is they've got to stop this Oscar Smith defense, or offense. It shows they've got faith in their team. Boy, they really support them. There's no question about that. There's Farrick. And there's J.C. Coleman, who is one of the return men for Oscar Smith. Anxious to see what they're going to do with this kickoff. I wouldn't be the least bit surprised to see an onside kick. Could very well. Because they got everybody on this side of the ball, on this side of the kick. They get the high bounce. Loose football, but covered quickly by Trevon Griffin for Oscar Smith.
Well, there's no question that Centreville had Oscar Smith outnumbered on this side of the ball.
It wasn't your traditional onside kick. It ended up going about 20, 23 yards. That's 25 by the time all was said and done.
It's where it hits a couple of times, then it pops up in the air. I don't know how they do that. But those kickers come up to do anything.
Oh, it's amazing how they got it down to a science. So now they need a couple of 3 and outs. The Centreville defense does, and they've got to do something with the football. Wide outs to both sides. Jones and Gooding. Williamson to Coleman. Coleman in big trouble. And he still lost about 6 or 7. He ends up losing just a couple. But outstanding pursuit that time by the Centreville defense as we go into a minute to play in the third quarter. It'll be 2nd and 12.
Still a whole quarter left.
I bet you Farrick would like to have back that interception.
Oh, my goodness. You know he would.
Jones sets left. Gooding to the right. Williamson. Vaughn makes the catch near a first down.
I think he might be just a tad short.
Sepulveda on the stop for the Wildcats. It'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Little boot throwback.
Pretty good coverage. No wideouts on this formation.
Don't need it when you run a quarterback sneak.
Hand back. Coleman.
Oh, he didn't make it.
I think he got it. He did not make it. He was squashed. He went low. And they just buried him. Sepulveda, again, one of the tacklers. Also in there for Centreville is Christian Marty. Trying to run that draw.
On the lead. Got nothing, got stuffed.
So he lost a half a yard. And 4th down and a decision when we come back. We've come to the end of the third quarter. Our score, Oscar Smith 34, Centreville 15 in a...
I am Sam the Cooking Guy, and my show is about, No, I know. Oh, no. Oh. It's, Oh, that doesn't go on. Maybe you should just watch for yourself.
In Hampton Roads, watch Sam the Cooking Guy, only on Cox 11. When choosing HD, Cox makes the decision easy. While other companies flood you with empty promises, Cox gives you the best HD channels for no additional programming charge, leaving you in the clear with no strings attached. Plus, our advanced hybrid fiber optic network delivers a crystal clear HD picture without needing an ugly dish or worrying about signal loss from trees, buildings, or rain. The choice is clear. HD from Cox.
Get ready for the newest and hottest wrestling program to come along in years. Southside Pro Wrestling presents SCW Battle Zone. Each and every week, see the top stars of Southside Pro Wrestling, like Mike Slaughter, the Dustman Mark Anthony, Ray Storm, Brittany Lynn, Phil Brown, and many more in high-flying, hard-hitting, breathtaking action as they continue to be the best in the Battle Zone.
Take my hand. Look into the light. You see there is clarity in the light. I declare this picture is clear.
Cross over to the digital world and experience the wonder of high-def programming free from Cox.
Welcome back to Scott Stadium. Our coverage of the Division VI championship game. Oscar Smith leads 34-15 over Centreville. And Oscar Smith's principal, Paul Joseph, has been kind enough to join us here. Principal Joseph, just how exciting is it for you to see your team get back here? You won it back in 08, but to see them back here in this game.
Well, I just think it's a testament to our coach, Coach Morgan, and his incredible staff. They work miracles every day. They just stick with it. They believe in the kids. The kids believe in what they do. I'm just so proud of them. I'm proud of the whole school. Like I said, I don't take this for granted. It's a huge thing to get this far. Centreville's an incredible team. They should be proud as well.
Coach, can you talk about Principal Joseph, can you talk about your coach? 10 years, 114 victories. What has he meant to you guys?
It's the world. I'll be honest with you, when I first got there as an assistant principal back in the 90s, we were everybody's homecoming game. It was usual. If we had a good season, it might be a 5-5. He has changed the values of those kids. They work hard for him. They make it through high school. They go to college. They have integrity. They work hard, character. All those things you want, young man, that's what he does.
Thanks for being with us. Best of luck to you guys. You got one more quarter to go here.
One more. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
John, back upstairs to you.
All right, Jay, thanks. Oscar Smith opted to punt it on fourth down from midfield, needing less than a yard, but I guess they figured they better play it safe. So they changed the field position, and the give is to Smith on first down. Smith already over 100 yards. In fact, prior to that carry, 110 yards. But again, the biggest dilemma for Centreville right now, they are down 19. 11 and a half minutes to go.
They got to score in a hurry.
They need 3 touchdowns. They got one in fairly reasonable time. The end of the third quarter. Farrick fires. Got Walter. First down yardage as they stop the clock to move the chains. So it'll be first and 10 from the 41. Stallings, one of the tacklers again. Coleman, 47 yards rushing today, but a couple of touchdowns. Williamson, 16 of 19, 232 yards and 2 touchdowns, throwing the football for Oscar Smith. Farrick, 6 of 12, 2 interceptions, though. Smith, pretty good surge on the carry, but you know what? They're wasting time.
They sure are.
He's coming over to cheer the crowd on. Farrick's going to the sideline to get the play, and they're losing precious seconds. Vaughn has 5 receptions for Oscar Smith. Walter 5 now. And that pass,
oh my goodness,
off the hands of the intended receiver, off of a defender, and incomplete. So second down, actually third down and 2. 10:18 to go.
That should have been picked.
A little high for Walter, and then Gooding couldn't haul it in. Oscar Smith, 12 penalties, 115 yards. And Smith fights forward. He's going to be close. Just depends on the spot. He might be a little bit short, and if that's the case, they're going to have to go for it on 4th down. And I don't think they're going to measure. They have no choice. 4th down. It's under 10 minutes, and again, they are just killing themselves by wasting time. But if they don't get this 1st down, no, doesn't matter anyway. Shot for Wildcat formation. The quarterback Ferrick, the wide out to the right. He made it. 1st down as Walters took the direct snap, so they will stop the clock to reset the chains, but there's only 9:35 left. You got to go a lot quicker than this. We've played almost a 4th of this quarter. They haven't made a dent in the scoreboard. They moved it all right. But they've got to be more urgent. Ferrick down the right side trying to get Hanner. Incomplete, and a flag comes down. They're going to call Jones for pass interference. Their feet got tangled up and they both fell out of bounds. I don't think the ball was catchable anyway. Say what? I didn't even want to bring that up. And it will be pass interference against Oscar Smith, the 13th penalty against the Tigers. No, he bumped him, but that ball was uncatchable. Was uncatchable. Both going for the ball, and all he did was bump it. Yeah. Wasn't like he grabbed him or anything. They just, two guys going for the same space. 1st and 10 from the 33. Another direct snap to Walter. He gets down near the 25 as we have 9 minutes left in regulation here. In case you weren't with us earlier, Centreville actually had a 2-0 lead in this ball game after the first play from scrimmage. Backed up inside their 10-yard line. The shotgun snap to the quarterback went by J.J. Williamson out of the end zone. Centreville had a 2-0 lead, had good field position. That pass incomplete. He was trying to hook up with Chase Heiner. Heiner went inside, or reached inside. Quarterback threw it outside. But 2 turnovers and a very impressive passing attack for Oscar Smith. Built up a big lead throughout much of the first half. Although Centreville did come back with a good long drive to get on the scoreboard with a touchdown right before the end of the half, but really the interception and a return for the touchdown by Josh Townsend to start the 3rd quarter really did it in. And that pass well overthrown. He was trying to get Walter again, but Jeff Woods with good coverage for Oscar Smith. So 4th and 4. And they got to go for it. They have no choice. I would think a high percentage type throw to get the 1st down. Ferrick from the gun. Smith alongside. Oscar Smith showing blitz. They're coming out backside. And that's going to be a fumble. Darren Flowers. Flowers to the 20, and he's run down. Smith, the running back, with a hustle play to save the touchdown, but just too much backside pressure, and Ferrick coughed it up. Ferrick didn't have a chance. I mean, 2 of the big fellas will run him down. Nobody touched out. Ball punched right in his hand. That was Rakeem Stallings on the hit. And then Flowers, the junior lineman. And Oscar Smith with 8:17 to go in outstanding position to win their second state championship. They're second in the last 4 years.
Pretty impressive. Pretty impressive.
Williamson, the quarterback, had a big day. Gives it to Coleman. Coleman's done most of his damage on plays just like that. Walter ran him out of bounds.
But now you don't want to run out of bounds. Just,
right.
Get to the side and fall down.
8:12 to go. And I see a few of the Centreville fans heading up the exits right now.
That's the first year we've seen.
The pitch to Coleman. This time they'll try to right. He's got a first down. He's gang tackled inside the 5 near the 3. Let's go down to the sidelines and Jay James.
Hey, thanks, John. Interesting thing about J.C. Coleman is he's running up and down the field. Talking to folks on the Oscar Smith sideline, they said, against Gilman, that nationally ranked team they lost to, he was running up and down the field, but he hasn't been able to accelerate as much as well as he'd like because he's had an Achilles injury from earlier in the year. So imagine J.C. Coleman even faster than you see him today. That's what they claim he can be.
He'll have to be fast, very fast, to get any playing time to Virginia Tech next year. And there he's in the end zone, fast enough to get his third touchdown of the game. That's from 4 yards out. And that makes it 40-15, Oscar Smith. Blocking up front, too.
Also,
he walked in. And now Oscar Smith's going for 2. Up 40-15. I'm not sure what's going on here, but they missed the last. I think they missed an earlier extra point, and that pass picked off in the end zone, but it was out of bounds. So the 2-point try failed by Oscar Smith. That time the pass intended for Devontae Williams. So 40-15 with 7:54 to go.
Maybe Oscar Smith has a mask or something.
I'm not sure what was going on with that call, but anyway. 40-15, things very much in hand for Richard Morgan. Oscar Smith Tigers, who again lost their opening game of the year on the ESPN made-for-TV game when match up with National Power Gilman out of Maryland. From what I understand, if they win the state, which it looks like they certainly are going to, they're in line for another ESPN matchup next August or September.
That'll be impressive.
And of course, when you look at the players that have come from this Oscar Smith program, Virginia Tech had quite a few. Terry Jones, we talked to earlier on the sidelines, having a fine career at Virginia. Well, they got a quarterback who was part of their championship team a couple of years ago in 2008, Phillip Sims, who lost the starting quarterback battle down in Alabama. But they are still expecting big things out of him with the Crimson Tide.
Amazing what those bloodlines will do.
Let's take a look at the rest of the scores around the state of Virginia on this championship Saturday for the Virginia High School League. As Glenwood wins Division I over Galax. Gretna leading Goochland now. They opened up a little bit. That was a 3-0 ball game at the half. Brookville beat James Monroe out of Fredericksburg.
Barn burner.
Briarwood over Christiansburg in Division 4 play. Here in Charlottesville, Phoenix wins the state Division 5 title for the 4th year in a row. And right now, Oscar Smith very much in charge over Centreville.
You just want to make sure the clock runs.
Barrett to Smith. Gets a couple at the most. And it'll be 3rd down and 4. They've got to get to midfield for a first down. Flowers, who came up with that fumble recovery in the last possession, one of the tacklers this time for the Tigers. Barrett wanted to throw and wasn't on the same page with his receiver, wasn't turned around, so he waited, and by that time the pressure was on, and he had to throw it away. So now it's 4th and 4 with 6:35 to go. Looks like they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and 4.
May as well.
Barrett from the shotgun. And with a false start on Hayner. So 4th and 4 becomes 4th and 9.
You know the outside people. When I was outside for quite a long time, all you have to do is look at the ball. If the ball moves, you move.
Did you ever get called for a penalty like that?
Nope. Once or twice.
At least you're honest.
That's right. But that was what you call brain lock.
Coaching staff to our left, Oscar Smith thinks they're going to fake it. That was a heck of a kick. Coward drives Jones back inside his 20, and they do a great job covering the kick.
That was one of those boom shots.
So Oscar Smith will get it once again with 6:25 to go. 1st and 10 from their own 17-yard line. Our score was 21-9 at the half.
And you had to feel like Centreville was still in it.
They felt good going to the locker room. But the big play was really the Townsend interception that he ran back for a touchdown. A pass that certainly Mitch Farrick would love to have back. Williamson gives it to Coleman. He spins forward for just a couple. Sepulveda, who's been all over the field here in the second half, comes up with a tackle along with Brett Fight. When they snap it again, they'll be under 6 minutes. Yeah, looking at this Oscar Smith roster, obviously they are losing a lot. Williamson, the quarterback, is headed to Hampton University. Coleman, the top running back, going to Virginia Tech. Gooding, one of their better receivers, heading to Western Michigan. But they got Zach Jones coming back for one, and we may have another safety. Now they're going to say just outside the goal line.
They didn't want to put 2 more points up there on the board.
Very close as Williamson dragged down Zach Sikora.
I think he threw it before he landed in the end zone.
He didn't throw it. I think
he'll hold on to it.
That's progress.
I thought he threw the ball.
Yeah.
That had to be a safety.
It sure looked like it. It's third and a country mile. And they just gave the punter a little bit more breathing room on that play. That's the first carry today for Caleb Smith. 4:40 and counting left. Jack Jones in punt formation for the Tigers. They kick high and short. Hayner lets it bounce. And now Caleb Hill got clobbered on a block. Crowd didn't necessarily like it. Actually, Caleb Smith got hit on the block.
It's kind of getting a little bit ugly now. And if you look at the score, you can understand why.
Yeah. Oscar Smith by 25 with 4:12 to go. And Centreville gets the football once again. Boom. That was the Coleman. I said he's been all over the field in the fourth quarter. Perhaps a little frustration coming out, although there was no flag. First and 10, Ferrick sends a man in motion. He gets the pitch.
And he gets a couple of Oscar Smith defenders.
Walter's been a busy guy today. Walter, senior. Runs back kicks, runs back punts, plays defense. Second and 9. Smith, maybe a yard. Flowers, one of the tacklers for the Tigers. Third and 8.
You would certainly think they'd keep it on the ground. But who knows?
Ferrick from the shotgun. Across the middle, pass intercepted. That's Vaughn again.
Said they should have kept it on the ground.
Yeah, you're right. So Ferrick. Another interception. That's his third of the game. And now we've got 2:51 to go, and Oscar Smith will try to run the clock out so they can celebrate.
I would think they saved the game 3 different times. Still would run out.
This pretty much tells the story. 5 turnovers for Centreville, none for Oscar Smith. Although, I think technically you have to call that safety a turnover, don't you?
I think you do.
I guess so. I'm not sure. Because they never got the ball, actually. They didn't get points out of it, but they never got the ball. Either way, the turnovers are lopsided.
And normally when you got the most turnovers, you can lose.
You lose the football game, and that's what happened in Division 5 play earlier. It was 5-2 the turnover margin.
Same thing's going to happen here.
Here it's 5-0. Second and 9. Williamson going to throw. A lot of running room. And he'll go out of bounds. It's Sepulveda right there to make sure he does so. 2:03 left. It'll be third and short. Chris Haddock still talking to the officials down there.
He hasn't let up on him.
Well, if they get this first down, they can just take a knee the rest of the way.
Yes, sir. Going to be 3 knees and out of here.
Williams throws. Gooding has the catch. He's got the first down.
And now they'll take 3 kneel down.
Well, I wouldn't be so sure. They might, but they also tried a 2-point conversion after the last set.
Maybe they'll take a kneel down and go downfield.
A couple of subs coming in for Oscar Smith. Deshaun McLeese checked into the backfield. They're not kneel-down formation. McLeese has the football. He's got a run.
That's right.
McLeese. Touchdown.
That's why they didn't kneel down.
54 yards. Deshaun McLeese, 5'10", 175-pound freshman.
I'm telling you now, you called his name a bunch tonight.
Coward brought him down from behind.
Do they have a mercy rule in football?
No, they don't. Certainly not in state playoff games. There's point after try by Taylor Hodges was up and through. So 47-15 the score. And you know what? There's probably some said about running up the score.
Yep.
But I don't know that you can pin that on Oscar Smith when a freshman comes in, his first carry of the ball game, and he goes to the house with you.
A big hole opens up and he goes to the house.
I mean,
so you go blame that on the coach?
You got to tell Centreville to tackle the guy. That's all. So 47-15, and the momentum that Centreville gained in the second quarter quickly disappeared, and Oscar Smith has just run away with this thing now.
Oscar Smith has got some athletes. Oh, my goodness.
Let's take a look at the freshman, McLeese.
This little dive. How big a hole is that? You know, when they chase you, you run fast.
So Oscar Smith to kick off once again. Coward still on his feet inside the 40 of Oscar Smith.
That shows me a little something.
If you score on us, we're going to try to score on you again.
Exactly right. He ran awfully hard to that ball.
He, along with Walter, I tell you what, they've got their money's worth out of those two today. Both of them play both sides of the football and special teams as well. Farrick back to the huddle again with 1:39 to go.
Farrick ought to get some kind of courageous award.
He's taking some hits today. This is Coward. Picks up 8 on first down, 1:23 and counting left. Now Oscar Smith is, looks like they've got a completely new defensive unit in there. Deshaun Blow in his safety. Deshaun Cuffey. Chris White. Same play. This was Walter. He has the first down inside the 20. Under a minute to go now. The official winds the clock now to change the reset. Coward down to the 12. Tripped up by Blow.
The stop was the last play of the game.
And now a timeout by Oscar Smith. 32 seconds. We want to thank all the people with Virginia High School League for all their help getting this broadcast set up. Of course, Ken Tilley, Mike McCall of the Virginia High School League. And, of course, everybody here from the University of Virginia. This is a great place to conduct these state championships. Centrally located, and obviously an outstanding venue here at Scott Stadium.
Let's get much better.
And how about the weather today? Oh, great. Not much of a wind at all.
Chamber of Commerce took credit for that.
Temperatures, for December 10th, pretty mild temperatures, all things considered. And a touchdown as Coward gets in the end zone. He goes in for 13 yards out. That makes the score look a little bit better. Rondo will try to tack one more point on the board. And he missed it to the right. So 47-21 is our new score. Oscar Smith 27 seconds away from its second state title in the last 4 years.
Awfully impressive.
Well, with this victory, Richard Morgan will improve his record to 113-14 in 10 years. His postseason record goes to 20-7. Quite a job he's done with this program, and it also runs their winning streak to 14 in a row. And while they lose a lot, the coverage not fair. And the player that certainly will get many of the headlines coming back will be Zach Jones. As you see the road to the championship. They had a tight one with Salem. They're arch rivals from Virginia Beach. I wouldn't say arch rivals necessarily, but certainly rivals from the same area. And then last week, a big win over Battlefield, the defending state champ. And then today, they made it look easy from much of the afternoon into the evening against Centreville. Well, Sonny, that passing game they had that first quarter, that was pretty good at the high school level.
Pretty good at any level.
He had all kinds of receivers to throw to. And, of course, it helps when you got a running back like Coleman to take the pressure off. That was Coleman. He just took a knee. Next time you see him on the gridiron, it'll be in August in Blacksburg.
But he won't be taking a knee at Blacksburg.
He won't be taking a knee, or he'll be taking a seat, one or the other. He'll be watching. There's 25 seconds left. The Tigers can take one knee and be done with it. And it looks like that's what they are prepared to do. Williamson takes the snap, he takes the knee, and that should do it. Richard Morgan and the players, many of whom turn to the crowd, and they start celebrating the Division VI state championship, their second in 4 years, their second in school history for football, as they win it 47-21 over Centreville. We'll take a timeout and come back with more of the celebration from Charlottesville right after this.
Ethics, integrity, respect, values we teach our children, values we should always demonstrate on the field, from the sideline, and in the stands. You see, good sportsmanship is about more than what we say. It's how we all become great as coaches, players, and fans. Remember, without good sportsmanship, there is no game. A message from the Virginia High School League and your friends at Cox.
Mom, Dad, I need to ask you a question. Have you started saving for my college?
It's important.
And tuition keeps rising. Do me a favor and go to Virginia529.com and check out the Virginia Prepaid Education Program. It helps you say no for tomorrow's tuition. The benefits can be used anywhere. Don't wait. Enrollment ends soon. Seriously. You can thank me later.
This stage is nowhere near Broadway, and none of these actors will be accepting an Oscar anytime soon. Still, they are rehearsing for something important. While they learn their lines, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, that everyone has a part to play. Skills that will make them stars long after the curtain falls. The National Federation of State High School Associations reminds you that when kids take part in high school activities, they get set for life.
The AAA Football Championships are brought to you by VHSL, the Virginia High School League, since 1913, building better citizens through student activities. Virginia 529, proud sponsor of VHSL, providing flexible, affordable, tax-advantaged college savings. Check out the Virginia Prepaid Education Program at Virginia529.com. And Cox Communications, supporting youth and education initiatives in our communities, because we live here too. Cox, your friend in the digital age.
The party's on the turf at Scott Stadium as Oscar Smith wins big over Centreville in the Division VI state championship. Early on, though, a little bit of a shaky start as the safety on the first play from scrimmage gave Centreville to turn out to be their only lead of the game, because right after that, J.C. Coleman took off, and then after a turnover, the air attack took off for Oscar Smith. J.J. Williamson to Zach Jones. And then Williamson goes to Melvin Vaughn. Williamson back to Zach Jones on the flip screen. And then right before the end of the first half, Centreville showed some life. Touchdown pass, Chase Walter. It was 21-9 at the half, but this was a big play. The interception by Josh Townsend. He ran it back all the way for the touchdown. And that was really the beginning of the end for Centreville. Quickly, Coleman gets in the end zone for his second touchdown. Then Mitch Ferrick on the quarterback keeper. And then Coleman again, his third touchdown of the game. 47-21 the final. Jay James, who's been busy today, standing by with some of the victorious Oscar Smith Tigers.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, Rich Morgan here with us, and also J.C. Coleman. First of all, Coach, we talked about it. That Gilman game, you guys learned some things. You reeled off 14 straight. You said that's what you guys wanted to do. How does it feel to accomplish the goal?
It feels tremendous. I'm just so happy for my kids because they battled all year, fought through a lot of adversity, fought through a lot of negativity of people saying what we wouldn't be. And, we played Gilman. We knew we were playing a small college team, but we also knew that it would help us get better, find out what we needed to work on. It all kind of, came to fruition. Everything worked out the way we wanted it to. It was almost like everything was orchestrated. And my kids are just the best. They just perform so hard. They don't get much credit. Smallest line in the state. Everybody says negative things, and here we are, state champs. So I couldn't be any more prouder.
Coach, can you talk about how good that passing game is you have?
I've been better without all the penalties, but it was pretty good today. I thought we did a decent job. I thought we were well-rounded. I thought we ran the ball very well, too. And in the state championship, you got to be able to do both. And I thought we did a good job of doing both and playing opportunistic defense, getting a lot of turnovers and doing the things we were supposed to do.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, that's Coach Rich Morgan and J.C. Coleman, our player of the game. 3 touchdowns today, man. What did you see against the defense that you thought you were able to exploit out there today?
They had a very great defense, and they just pretty much had a defense that just ran all over the field and was blitzing on a whole lot of gaps and everything. The line that possessed me with very great holes all night. And when I saw the hole, I just tried to hit it with all my speed and power, and I came out successful tonight.
Congratulations on state champ. All right, back upstairs, guys.
All right, Sonny Randall, final comment.
I think the best team won.
Good day for the Eastern region. Oscar Smith wins in Division 6 over Centreville. Davis wins his 4th straight, 20-10 over South County. For Sonny Randall and Jay James, John Castle.
Hey, Doug, what's with the security guard? Oh, him? He keeps intruders out of my server dojo, just like